What I'm going to show you today could be one of the worst high-ticket dropshipping suppliers in history. And what can you actually do in this circumstance? I'm going to walk you through the supplier, the background of the supplier, the price list, and the circumstances in terms of why the supplier is so horrible and what you can do in that situation. So let's hop right into it. The worst supplier in history, potentially. So this supplier is called Legion Furniture. They are a bathroom supplier. They're based in Sacramento, California. They have products like tubs, vanities, and all types of like bathroom supplies. And we're going to take a look at the actual price list and essentially give you a rundown of the pricing. So the price is your buyout price, and the map is the price, aka minimum advertised price. That is a price that you'll be selling at. So these are all the products. So they have acrylic tubs, lamps, and then mirrors, and then bathroom vanities. I actually have the price list from the supplier, so let's just pull that up real quick. So here it is in terms of the price list, Legion Furniture. You can see here are the item numbers, the description, pricing, map, and UPC. So they have quite a bit of products, probably around 300-ish products. The red ones are the ones pretty sure that are discontinued. So at first glance, this seems like a workable supplier. Some of the lower price items you're probably not going to sell, but some of the higher price items, there's like 35% margin. That's what the margins that they give you. However, this does not include shipping. So if we go to the shipping cost, which we will talk about right here, you can see an order for one vanity or actually two vanities. They might have just got one. So they only paid $958, and then the buyout price, which is $599 with the freight prepaid, turns out to be $980. So what does this mean? It means that after this order is complete, I'm actually down $40 on the order, but then also Shopify fees and then Google Ads. So shipping this order is just a net loss. On paper, it sounds great because of the margins, but then you have to calculate in the shipping. Obviously, shipping will depend on where the actual person is, and there's no way to know that until you get the order. So what do you do in this situation? I brought up the problem. So I asked Legion Furniture that I'm selling at map, but it's unprofitable. What can be done? And essentially, here's the email right here. It says, "Hello, Trevor. Our price list is the same for every vendor." That's pretty obvious. We set a map price that you cannot go under, but you can set it higher than the map price that we have set. Shipping cost is depending on which carrier you're using or which one you can provide better rates. We're located in Sacramento, California. If you have customers in the West Coast, shipping will be cheaper than East Coast. We'll provide tracking number shortly. Thank you. So basically, after I read this email, I responded like, if I'm going to be selling above map, all my competitors are going to be at map, so it doesn't make sense doing it that way. And what they respond is like, that's really all you can do, and you can just ship to West Coast customers, and that's definitely possible. But I had some West Coast customers, and even then the shipping's not that much cheaper. Just the vanities are heavy, and then the cheaper items, like I would say sub $1,500, are just all losses. And that seems to be the case with most bathroom vanities inside the bathroom niche. Everything under $1,500 is a general loss because of shipping. The margins look great on paper, but then the shipping rate cuts into it too much. Obviously, bathroom vanities that are in the $3,000 to $4,000 range, those are tremendously great margins. I sell quite a few of those. One brand that I sell quite a bit of the 3,000 to 4,000 vanities. I make about $1,500 to $2,000 per sale, which is amazing. But the cheaper items are really a hassle with some of the products. So I brought up the problem with Legion Furniture. They do not care about their dealers. Otherwise, they said that they basically don't care about their dealers, because after I brought up the fact that they should update their map pricing because it will help everybody, they said no, they're not interested in doing that. The last thing they did that was June 2022, and at this point it was I think June or March 2023. So they essentially said they recently updated their map pricing, but it seems like the case is every order is a loss for their dealers. So, on the supplier side, are they doing anything wrong? Probably not, because obviously they're making money on the order, but the dealers are not. And if the dealers are not, they're not gonna, promote. They're not gonna sell this brand and kind of recommend this brand. That's the entire purpose of this relationship between supplier and dealer. You are the dealer. The suppliers are what you're working with. They need to win, so they make money. You need to win, so you make money. It needs to be a mutual beneficial relationship. And as soon as one side, is not as beneficial, then the relationship could go sideways. So, what can you do in this situation? So, you can do a few different things. You can stop advertising this brand, which is essentially what I did with this brand. You could also increase your prices above map, and you can advertise lightly in the high funnel campaign. The reason why I say the high funnel campaign is because high funnel campaigns, your ad is not next to someone that's searching for the same brand. So that way people are not doing as much price comparison. That's why, the Legion Furniture, if you sell in the medium campaign selling at map, you're literally, if you spend like $5, you're gonna get like 1 or 2 sales already. It's super easy to make sales with this brand, but you're losing money. That's why nobody's really advertising this brand based on like branded keywords. So, what can you do in this situation? Obviously, you can stop advertising this brand. I also increased the prices above map, so they don't have MSRP, I don't believe, but I just increased them like 15 to 25%. So that way, whenever I make a sale, I do make. I'm sure that I'll make money on the order. And obviously, you can lose money, but you don't want to do that. So I did the above, and occasionally I make sales with Legion Furniture, but they're profitable now because they're above map. So that's really all you can do with these situations. I had some other suppliers that I don't want to put on blast, but I had really bad experiences with. Essentially, I had one supplier that I shipped like 5 orders with all in 1 week, and all of them got damaged. And the thing was that I picked good carriers to ship them from. Some of them were Estes, some of them were Old Dominion, some of them were, I forget what the other shipping carriers are, but they were all, I always vet out the shipping carriers before I ship them, and most of the time I get like 1 in 25, 1 in 50 damages inside of the furniture niche. So that's the thing, like that supplier is horrible to work with. 5 orders, 5 damages, and I just cut the brand even though they were making sales and profit. But there's so much headaches I was facing with that brand that it just did not make sense to continue advertising. So suppliers like this, they're considered low tier suppliers. You can make sales, and it's very easy to make sales with Legion Furniture, but the thing is it even worth it to make sales? In this case, no, because I'm losing money. But even if you were to increase it above map, this supplier also has damage issues. A lot of the bathroom suppliers have this issue. The quality ones, such as James Martin Vanities, which is a name brand vanity brand, has less of this damage issue. But smaller brands like Legion Furniture don't really package their products correctly or really well. So the thing you can do in this situation, obviously stop advertising this brand, increase your prices above map, and just if you want to advertise lightly and still sell the brand, go ahead. Or you can just cut the brand off completely. So suppliers like this are considered low tier. The decision is easier. You can make sales, but the hassle worth it. There's going to be damages. There's going to be customer complaints. And at the end of the day, you're really doing all this for not that much profit. Does it really make sense? Since they have poor quality on their vanities, returns, customer service is going to be excessive for this brand. You have to kind of consider this when you're dealing with brands at scale. So when you have 100 brands, if one is giving you decent profit but so much hassle, isn't really worth it, I would cut in my position. But if you are in your position which you are just starting out, it might be worth it to get that initial profit rolling in. So it's really about perspective. Someone at scale might not want to deal with this problem. Someone starting out might be okay dealing with it just because it's their first time running the business and they want that profit. So there's dealers out there making money with Legion Furniture, and they're dealing with the hassle. So it's really up to you. Personally, for most of my stores that are already at scale, they don't make sense to deal with suppliers like these. But if it's in your position where you're just starting out, hey, you might be fine kind of doing some workarounds like the advertising. You could do like a bundle offer with since it's above map, you might be able to bundle product with it, so that way you make your offer somewhat unique compared to the rest of the competition. So with that being said, that's realistically what you can do in situations where suppliers are like this. It's not every single supplier. I would say 10% of my suppliers are like this, and eventually cut them off, and I only work with the quality suppliers. It's really a numbers game in the beginning, and at some point you just want to work with the quality suppliers. Hope you guys took away value from this video. If you have any questions, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to work with me and my business partner Marcus one-on-one, there's a link to apply down in the description below. As always, hope you guys took away value. I'll see you guys in the next one.